I wanted to give a land acknowledgement, which in the context of the Gardens of Egleston project, well, I'll just read it. It's also a dedication to the gardeners that really inspired this project. So I'm going to start with two quotes because we're in a library, we read books, and you can get this book. The first quote is from Our Beloved Kin, A New History of King Philip's War by Lisa Brooks. This is the quote. Even as Quiapin attempted to reassert jurisdiction within and beyond her territory, a company of colonial leaders and land speculators had discerned a weakness in the foundation of the Narragansett leadership. They had gotten a hold of the cousin to her late husband and seduced him into signing a deed for some 6,000 acres of the best Narragansett land. According to the 1659 deed, Acknowledgement gave the land as a gift in consideration of his English friend's great love and affection, although it was later revealed that he only signed it after being made drunk and kept so for days. These friends included Governor John Winthrop of Connecticut and Major Humphrey Atherton. For this gift, Acknowledgement was covertly awarded a sum of 75 pounds. The group of men who secured this deed came to be called the Atherton Company. And the second quote is from a Woody Guthrie song. As through this world I've wandered, I've seen lots of funny men. Some will rob you with a 6-gun and some with a fountain pen. So I'm now going to read a little bit more of the land acknowledgement and dedication. So sit tight because it's going to take a minute. People have been protesting against gentrification for a long time. Beginning in the 1600s in England and on to the present day, almost everywhere in the world, landlords have been using political power to enclose land as their exclusive property to do with as they will, including charging rent to the people who previously used it freely. Those displaced European commoners, so called because they had relied for their livelihoods on shared land, led riots to keep the land free and shared in common. But in bloody battles or in the courts, the commoners were separated from the land as the first step in the repeated historical process that makes a few people into gentry and the rest of us into people who need to work for the gentry in order to give money to other gentry to sustain ourselves and our families. This regime of borders and property rights, expanded and defended by myriad public and private institutions created for the purpose, is also precisely how the Massachusetts and Wampanoag peoples who have lived here for millennia were and continue to be displaced from almost all of their common land. It is also how African people, the Congo and Mabundu people, and many others and their descendants were enslaved. And this legalized violent displacement is also why so many migrants find themselves here and then suddenly not. This isn't only a history I am telling. We see it every day in our own neighborhood. Of course, those who benefit from this system also have a version of the story to tell. The enclosures and deeds and destruction have been promoted as progress. The pushing out of the people who dwell here modestly, the privatization of common resources such as MBTA land or public parks or space within libraries is hailed as something better yet to come. Yes, it is obvious that this development is for the rich, but we are told there will be equality of opportunity for those who deserve to get access to a chance to occupy for a certain time at a reasonable price if we fill out the forms and respect the rules, some nano slice of these gentry enrichment pies. There will be jobs and family fun. We are assured that the elected and appointed can do things to undo the harm that we witness, that new trees can be planted, that everyone will be restricted to buying water only in certified green plastic, that scholarships will be available, that walls and fences will protect us, that paid professionals can help us cope with our alienation and adapt to our feelings of despair of ever feeling safe. The greatest tragedy of the loss of the commons is that we cannot even imagine any other way of living other than this one. Most of us don't have the slightest notion that for thousands of years, right here where we walk every day, people lived in harmonious, non-extractive relationship with other beings and the earth's resources, that we were a part of nature and not apart from it, that it was not necessary to hoard what we grew from seeds and sunlight or wandered through the forests, that instead we stewarded the land in a way that resulted in shared abundance and a surprisingly awesome impact for non-human nature and future generations. We had what the indigenous people of South America called buen vivir, a good life in harmony with nature. We didn't live our days mystified about how to do that. We knew where our food came from. We knew who our neighbors were. We worked to take care of each other and to make magic together. Which, as you can imagine and recognize, brings us to this present moment to celebrate who we are and what we have done in our very own gardens of Egleston. We have worked together to grow food and flowers, or just let them grow as they will, and we have enjoyed food and flowers together. We have shared our garden's fruits and roots and sweet-smelling herbs and jars of our homemade delicacies as simple gifts. We have held the land in common and made rules with each other about how to respect these gardens and these gardeners. We have nourished the soil and protected the water and taught each other and each other's children how to do that. We have invited strangers to become friends and asserted that each of us, no matter how imperfect, deserves to be a part of this garden. And why have we done this? Because we are the people who found the gap in the fence and held it open for others. We are the ones who repaired and put to use the old tools we found. We are the ones who left the starling's mullein and the bee's fleabane without even knowing their medicine. We are the squirrel, the honeybee, and the mockingbird. We are the sucker that grows from Olmsted's apple tree. We are the seeds saved by the witches they couldn't burn. We are the children of the Maroons and all the people who escaped away to the swamps and remembered what our parents taught us about how to survive. We have refused to be cruel. We have shared the land and taught others how to use it without using it up. We have put the land back.